and welcome to another episode of Rooster Reviews. I am your host, Omi Rios, and today I bring you my review of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, starring Nicolas Cage as, well, Nicolas Cage. Um, all by a fictitious version of him. I had a lot of fun with this movie. This was easily one of the biggest surprises of 2022 for me, right up there along with Lost City. It stars Nicolas Cage as himself. He is down on his luck. He kind of goes a little overboard with his overacting during auditions and stuff, allowing him to lose out on many roles. He doesn't have much of a presence with his daughter at all, or his ex-wife. He's down on his luck, a bit of a drunk, and he's losing jobs nonstop. His agent, played by Neil Patrick Harris, chooses to offer him up a job. It's not an acting role per se. It's he's to go to a birthday party of a rich man, and just kind of glad handle, tell stories, and all that stuff to hilarious effect. And he agrees to it. When he gets there, he's sort of thinking he's his own biggest fan. He's obsessed with the idea of being Nicolas Cage, into his own movies, his own way of life. And then he meets Pedro Pascal's Javi, who really is Nicolas Cage's biggest fan and may or may not be a drug lord. He gets to know Javi, who worships him and thinks he's just the greatest thing on earth. And then he encounters two FBI agents who are trying to take Javi down for his criminal empire. And he, not so reluctantly, decides to help them out because obviously he's Nicolas Cage, and as a thespian, that makes him the most capable spy of all time in his mind, and he doesn't mind telling them so. So that pretty much launches us into the film itself and all the shenanigans that happen. Nick Cage is playing double agent while also having tons of fun with Javi and all their great shenanigans that they're getting into. He's also trying to find out if this guy really is like a crazed psychopath who has kidnapped the daughter of a president to rig an election. Twists and turns happen to where, you question whether Javi is or isn't this character. And there's this really funny moment where they're both on acid, and Nick Cage is getting text messages from Tiffany Haddish's FBI agent character, and he's trying to shake that feeling, try to make sure that people aren't following them, while Javi is playing along, thinking it's part of a movie script that they're working on. And they're just running rampant through Spain, high on acid. And it is one of the funniest scenes and sequences I have seen all year. Really, I consider this one of Nick Cage's best movies, if not his best movie. It riffs on his entire filmography. I mean, you get Face Off, you get Gone in 60 Seconds, Con Air, everything, The Weatherman, Wicker Man, all of it, good and bad. He really does have a good time making fun of himself while also making you kind of care for the character. Really, it's surprising how touching this goofball movie is, and all that is due to the chemistry that Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage have with one another. It's really that bromance that drives the whole film and makes you care about what's happening, all the way up until the action-packed ending, which you kind of feel like it's going to head into this direction, but it's still somewhat surprising when it does, and it goes full like Michael Bay action at the very end, because up until that point, you're kind of experiencing a full on buddy comedy bromance, and then it just hard turns into this over the top action sequence in the only way a Nicolas Cage movie could. I definitely recommend this to anybody watching it. People that like Nicolas Cage, people that don't like Nicolas Cage, people that are just mildly curious. Like, everyone should watch this. Absolutely. I took my roommates to see it, and they hate Nicolas Cage movies, and they were clearly having a great time with it, regardless of what they'll say out in public. I've seen it, my own personal two eyes. They loved it. Probably not as much as I did, but definitely up there. So if I were to really give this movie a ranking as far as go to the theater, wait for streaming, or pass, this is a strong go to the theater movie. Absolutely. I would rush over there right now and go and see it. You know, don't wait, don't pass go. It's a lot of fun, and it probably won't be in theaters for very long because we're hitting our big summer blockbuster season. So movies are going to be in theaters for weeks and then literally get pulled out to make way for some of the bigger theatrical releases, such as, you know, the MCU movies coming out, and some of the DC, and just, you know, the big spectacles. So catch it while you can on a big screen with some friends, order yourself a beer and some popcorn, and check it out. It is definitely an experience, and one that I think you will enjoy greatly. With that, that is another Rooster review in the books. If you guys like it, please sound off in the comments. Please ask questions. I'm waiting to hear more from you guys. Let me know what I'm doing, what I could improve on. I'm working on trying to make this a better show for you. So please let me know in the comments. That'd be a lot of fun. Also, please leave a like and subscribe. That really helps me out a lot. Gets more views, and it helps the channel grow, which is what we're trying to do here. Next up, I have quite a few different reviews in mind. Coming up next week is the release of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be hyping that up big time. And yeah, thanks again, and take care.